Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be finally doing a comparison between the Kelly Pocket as well as the Constance Slim. So if you're interested, do keep on watching. So just to give you a close-up of these two, I have the Kelly Pocket as well as the Constance Slim. They are both in the color Noir. I've taken out the stickers so that you can see the hardware in all its glory. I would say that I have the Kelly Pocket for a longer period of time as compared to the Constance Slim, so I've definitely gotten a lot more use out of the Kelly Pocket. They are both in different leathers, so as you can see, the Kelly Pocket is in the leather Madame, whereas the Constance Slim is in the leather Epsom. So you can see that the graining of the Madame leather is slightly smaller as compared to Epsom. I would say that the Madame leather gives it a slightly smoother touch as compared to Epsom. Epsom is definitely a lot more rougher as compared to this. I wouldn't say this is as waxy as like chef leather, but it's definitely on the smoother side. So it just feels really luxurious, and I actually really like that about it. Prior to getting the Kelly Pocket, I didn't know there was this existence of this leather called Madame leather, so I felt like, you know, it's a very nice touch that I managed to experience both these leathers as well. So let's delve into the Kelly Pocket because I purchased this one first. So for the Kelly Pocket, it's 13 cm across as well as 9.5 in height, including this little bit over here. And then in terms of width, it's not going to be super accurate, but this width I've measured is about 1.5 cm. I say it's not super accurate because it tends to expand when you put things in, and I'll show you exactly how and what I mean by that. Whereas for the Constance Slim, it's 12 cm across, 10.5 in height, as well as 2 cm in depth as well. So I would say that in terms of sizing, the Constance Slim is definitely on the, you know, like bulkier side. It's a bit ironic because it's called Slim. But anyways, this is how it looks like when it's like side by side. You can see that the Constance Slim is definitely like on the bulkier side, whereas the Kelly Pocket has a slimmer profile. And then if you want to put them side by side, they're more or less about the same sizing, I would say, in terms of like length and height. It's just slight difference, like 1 cm difference. The Constance Slim being slightly bigger than the Kelly Pocket, but other than that, they are rather similar, which is why a lot of people actually want to do a comparison between these two as well. So as you can see, this is the Kelly Pocket. It's a rather plain interior and there's not much inside, I would say. And then on the back of the Kelly Pocket, I actually have this like rubber bit that is still protecting it, but there is this really nice lock feature over here, which I just really adore. It's very pretty, but I just keep the rubber on it just to protect it so that it doesn't really like scratch up too much. And then on the interior of the Kelly Pocket, you can see that the lining itself is made out of the same exact leather as the outside, which is also Madame leather. So it's all the way through, it's all made out of Madame leather itself, and the stitching itself also is in black Noir, so that makes it very seamless as well. So the Kelly Pocket has a Kelly buckle over here, and you actually twist to lift this up. And then on the interior, there is like a gusset, as you can see. So the space at the back is definitely wider than the space in front. I would say that based on this space in front, you cannot fit a card inside. I've already tried. So you can only slot in your cards at the back over here. So I'm going to show you how they fit in. So I have 11 credit cards on hand right now, and I want to show you how they fit into the Kelly Pocket as well as the Constance Slim. And I would say that they both fit really nicely into both of them. So I'm going to place all the cards like at the back over here. And this is how many cards it can contain. That's about 11 cards. And it can close without any difficulty, that's for sure. So it definitely does fit a lot, but as you can see, when you move to the side profile, it actually expands like accordion style. So I would say that right now in terms of width, it's about 2.5 because it has kind of like expanded. So this one has a lot more room to give, I would say, because it tends to expand in terms of like this accordion style. And then at the back, there also is a zipper compartment. I'll be frank and tell you that I rarely use this like back compartment. You can use it to put your coins, you can use it to put I guess hairpins, hair ties, etc. But I also just want to show you that it fits cards. So if you don't want to fit so many cards into the front compartment itself, so let's say for example I keep 6 cards in the front compartment, and then on the back itself I can also fit up to about 4 cards, I would say. So the back is also gusseted, as you can see, so you can fit 2 cards at the back, 2 cards at the front, and that's what I'm going to be doing. It's not the easiest to like move the cards in and out, I would say, but you can definitely fit the cards in as such, and you can also zip it up. So I guess it's a nice touch, but you can see that it's slightly bulging out at the top over here. So personally, I wouldn't recommend you do that. Maybe if you really want to put a card, then maybe like just put 1 card. I think that's fine. So let's say if you put 1 card inside here, this is how it will look. It doesn't bulge out as much, and it's just, you know, really nice. So I would say that this is very good for if you have things like access card. You can put the access card inside so that you can just easily tap and, you know, it will just like scan through itself. But I wouldn't generally recommend people put cards inside, even though it's not that hard to take it out, as long as it's just like 1 card itself. Personally, I do put most of my cards into this compartment. I would say that in terms of like seeing what cards I have, it's quite easy to see because like it's just easily shuffleable. Like you can actually scroll through your cards to see it very clearly. So I like that about it. And when you open the Kelly Pocket up, you can actually expand this, so it helps to actually see your cards a little bit easier. So I actually really like that about it. It helps me to like search for my card very easily, because I tend to bring a lot of cards out, so that makes life a little bit easier for myself, I would say. So yes, I really like using the Kelly Pocket as like a card holder. I think it's really functional as well. I guess one thing to note about the Kelly Pocket is that it has a lot of excess leather over here, because as you can see, this leather doesn't really help in like making the Kelly Pocket like slightly larger or wider. It's mainly for like aesthetic purposes, but I really like the aesthetics of it because it kind of looks like a mini Kelly of sorts. So I just really like that about it as well. It's just very aesthetically pleasing, and I like that about it. So this is the Kelly Pocket. So moving on to the Constance Slim. I haven't had the Constance Slim for as long as the Kelly Pocket, but I've been using it quite a bit, and I would say that it's actually rather functional as well. So how you open this Constance Slim is essentially how you would open a normal Constance. So you actually push the flap up over here, and then this is how you open it up. I would say that it takes a little bit of getting used, because like the amount of pressure to push it up is also another thing. And then when you open it up, on the interior, it is actually lined with another kind of leather. I believe this is Swift leather, not Epsom. So it's on the smoother side. It is easily scratchable, so that's another thing that you want to pay attention to. So inside, there are also 2 pockets, one at the front and one at the back. I would say that the Swift leather goes all the way through to the back as well. But this middle compartment here, where you can place stuff, it is actually in Epsom leather still. So it's not entirely like Swift leather throughout the interior. This middle interior bit is actually made out of Epsom leather still. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference if I come rather close. So you can see that this is Epsom, but then this is actually Swift leather. So that's just something to pay attention to, because they are made out of 2 different leathers on the interior itself. So coming to all the cards itself, I'm going to be placing all 11 cards inside and just showing you that it fits. So this is how it actually fits into it, with, I would say that quite a lot more excess room to spare. It's definitely like moving around inside here, so you can definitely place a little bit more cards as well. And then on the side, there is like some space as well, so you can actually put something, but I have no idea what, because it's definitely not enough space to put like a lipstick. I have already tried. So let's say I have the Irresistible like lip care oil. I can try placing it inside, and then it will will cause the cards to kind of like be slanted to one corner, like diagonally, but it definitely fits and it closes as well. So this one actually fits quite a lot, I would say, because of the width itself. And I would say that this has also expanded to about 3 cm. Previously it was 2 cm, so it does have some sort of a give as well. So I wouldn't do that if I were you, but if you really wanted to, you could actually put a lip balm inside here amidst all your cards as well. Personally, I feel like maybe they could have just like expanded this a little tiny bit so that it's, you know, like can fit a lip balm without any difficulty, but I would say that this works as well, so it's not that bad. Because this is not a flat card holder, there is a lot more things that you can do with this Constance Slim as well. So let's say if you want to put like a card behind, you can put it in the slip pocket over here, and then you can also put an additional card in the slip pocket in front over here. So I would do that. I just want to show you that it fits your daily functional items. So I have my car fob over here. I'm going to be placing it on the side as well, so that the Bottega strap kind of hangs out like that. And then I also have an AirPods over here. I'm going to be placing it here. And then I also do have some space for like a lipstick, so that I can put it right smack in the middle itself. So it will fit as such. I do have the card fob, and then I do have the lipstick, and then the AirPods, and then 2 cards as well. And I'm just going to show you that it does fit and close very well. It's slightly bulky, but I would say that it fits and it's rather functional that way. And if I want to, I can just hold it by the strap itself, and it just makes for like a really easy like you know, like grab and go kind of purse. If I just want to go out and run an errand, I can just do this. You can easily switch this out for like a strap that you prefer as well on your car fob, so that it makes it look a little bit nicer as well. But I'm quite happy with the look of this, to be very honest. So that's something that you can do. So if you don't want to bring your AirPods, because maybe some of you don't own AirPods, you can actually fit another lipstick in as well, or even like 3. So you can fit 3 lipsticks as such with your car fob, with the 2 credit cards as well, and then you can actually easily close this as well. So that's very nice as well. If you don't drive, so you don't have the car fob, I guess you can always fit like an additional like, you know, lipstick here, or just remove one of the lipsticks and then put the AirPods inside, so it does fit as well. So I really like that about the Constance Slim, because it's very functional and very flexible. You can use it for whatever you want, and whatever requirements you need, I'm sure that this is able to do so for you as well. Another thing to note is there is some space at the top over here, so there is definitely some give as well. If you want to place like a slightly like taller lipstick or like a slightly taller lip balm, it definitely fits. Maybe let's show you the Dior one, because the Dior one kind of stands out quite a bit, you know, like at the top over here. So I just want to show you that even though it, you know, like kind of seems like it can't fit, it will definitely fit once you close it up, because there is room at the top for it to, you know, like fit as well. So I think that's really amazing. Another thing to note about the Constance Slim is there is like a slip pocket over here, so you can easily convert it into like a belt bag kind of look by like placing like, I would say, a belt in the loop over here. So that makes it very functional as well. You can actually put a chain through, because like, you know, you put like a chain belt and then it just sits on your waist as well. So that's a really nice look, I would say. So I really like that there's so many ways to use the Constance Slim as well. For those of you who are new here, my name is Amelia and I do videos on luxury and lifestyle. So if you enjoy this kind of videos, do consider subscribing, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. So a while back, I actually bought this attachment for my Constance Slim, as well as a chain for it. So it comes in like this really nice like gold chain, and it even has the Shandong pattern on it, which I really adore. It's very shiny and I love it so much. I'm going to be placing the link down below for you. So I just want to show you what it can do. So when you open up the Constance Slim, you can actually place this right at the back. I honestly don't know if I should place this like this way or this way, but I guess if you place it this way, you have an additional pocket as well. So I'm just going to place it with it like facing at the back itself. So you place it at the back of the Constance Slim, so it goes in like that. You do not put it into the pocket, you put it right in front of the back pocket itself, so it fits in as such, and then you can actually easily close it up like that. So it's very nice, and I'm actually quite impressed by like the material of it. I'm not sure if it's real leather or not, but it definitely feels very nice, and even the graining of it is quite similar to that of the Epsom leather, I would say. So not much difference, and it just blends in very seamlessly into like the Constance Slim itself. So I'm just going to place this at the back. And then I think I was somewhat worried because I was worried that this is slightly higher, and then when it kind of closed, it will create like a crease over here. So what I've been doing is just to press this, but I think you don't have to be too worried because it's rather malleable. So when you close it up, just make sure that you kind of like flip this down itself so that it doesn't like eat into the leather at the back, because it's Swift leather after all. So after you have done so, you can take the chain, one side of the chain. It's a lobster claw chain, so you can actually easily clip it here as well as clip it on the other end. And then it creates a very nice look, so you can actually carry it on your shoulder as such. I'm just gonna show it to you like that. It's very nice. Or what I usually do is to like cross body it as well, so it's like a little mini bag, and I just really like the look of it. It's so cute. And then when you want to take your stuff out, I would say that it doesn't fall out very easily. That's why it's very stable, so you can grab your stuff like maybe your AirPods or your lipstick, etc., and then you just close it back up, and then that's it. So it's a very nice like look itself. And if you want to create like a, you know, like a chain belt kind of situation, I think this actually does work as well. So let's try to see if it works, because I've not tried using this as like a belt bag sort of situation yet. So if I were to loop it around and then chain, okay, I guess this one has to be a bit tighter. Maybe I can just like tie the chain somewhat at the back so that it kind of like sits like that. So it's actually very nice as well. You can actually, you know, like loop the chain sort of and then just like let it sit. So that's how the belt bag situation is as well. Other than that, I guess it's also just very nice if you can just bring it out and just carry it like a normal clutch at night, like a mini bag. It's very pretty, and I just really love the look of this chain as well, because it's like in the Shandong pattern. So pretty, and I love that about it. And I would highly recommend, if you have a Constance Slim, definitely to get this like attachment, because it makes it very functional as well. Speaking of which, I do have like a Kelly belt as well, and I'm going to show you how it actually fits into this whole situation over here. So I have my Kelly belt in this box over here, which I have not used for a long while. So this is my Kelly belt. It's actually quite new because I've not used it for very much. So I guess for the Kelly belt, you can actually loop it at the back itself. So let's see. So you can actually do this, and it just looks very nice as like a belt bag kind of situation. So it looks like that. Let me see if I can just put it in all its glory for you. Okay, so you can actually put your belt inside this loop over here, and then just loop it over your belt, so it looks like that, and just place it at the front. And I think that this is such a cute look as well, you know, with the Kelly belt. I mean, probably not with this outfit or anything, but like with jeans and all that, I think it will look very nice. Maybe just let me put my blazer one side. So yeah, it kind of looks like this. Very cute as well. I just really like that about it. So that's definitely one option. You can do so as well. Whereas for the Kelly pocket, you can definitely do something with the Kelly belt as well. So what I would typically do is to actually place the belt inside the Kelly pocket itself, and then I can actually loop it up and just click it into place. I guess for the Kelly pocket, you can actually do this with the belt as well, and then you can use it as like a sling bag of sorts. It's a little bit strange, I must say. So I don't typically do this because like it's not really like crossbody-ish as well. But I guess it's a look as well because you have the two Kelly buckles on this as well. So it's, you know, it's kind of like a vibe. But I wouldn't say that I do this very often. I think number one, it is not the easiest to attach the belt inside this, but given how like tight the opening is as well. So you definitely need to use some like strength and force to like put the belt in, but it's possible. If you want to do so for the Constance, I think it's also possible to do so. So you just actually open up the Constance Slim and loop this in. I would say it's much easier for the Constance Slim to do that, and then you can actually carry it up, you know, it's like a little bag of sorts. It's very cute as well. Just that when you open up this, it's definitely going to fall, as you can see, because it doesn't have the attachment onto it like this one has. So I would still highly recommend this if you want to make it more functional, because if you just were to use the Kelly belt, then every single time you actually take this bag, when you're carrying it like that, you have to be very careful it doesn't fall on the floor. So that's something to bear in mind with. But I would say that, you know, if you have the Constance Slim and you have the Kelly pocket, having a Kelly belt is definitely very, very functional, and especially in the same color, because it just goes very seamlessly with everything, and there's a lot of things that you can try that I probably have not done so myself. But I'm very sure there's a lot of videos on YouTube showing you the 1,000,001 ways that you can use like a Kelly belt with the Kelly pocket as well as the Constance Slim. So you definitely can go Google that, but I will highly recommend getting yourself like a Kelly belt as well, because in itself it's already very functional and there's so many ways that you can use this belt. So I highly recommend you get it. I'm also pretty sure that for the Kelly pocket, there is like an attachment for it of sorts, and then you can use the same chain that I have. I'm not sure if you can place this into the Kelly pocket. Oh my god, you can! Oh my god, that's amazing! So you can actually place the attachment that I have into the Kelly pocket as well, and it actually closes up. Oh my god, this is amazing. I didn't know that you can do that for the Kelly pocket as well. So this is how it looks like. That is great. It's like a 2-in-1. I'm definitely going to link it down below, so definitely click into it. So it looks so nice, and like as like a mini bag. So I really like enjoy that about it. I really think that you can somewhat shorten this up or like loop it twice so that it creates like a shorter sling bag of sorts. So let's say I do that and then I loop this one time round. It's a little bit tight, so I wouldn't personally recommend it, but I'm just going to show you that it's possible as well. And then you can create like a small little bag. So that's the Kelly pocket. I think that it will be definitely easier for the Constance Slim because it doesn't have like the Kelly closure. The Kelly closure kind of like makes things a little bit difficult for everyone, but it's just so pretty, so like I don't really mind it. So for the Constance Slim, if I were to place this inside, so what I will do is to loop it once across and then move the other side once across as well, and then close it up. And I will have like a little mini bag. So it's definitely much easier for the Constance Slim. It looks like that. I just really adore the look of it, and with like the whole Chandon look as well. So it's not the real chain from Hermès or anything, but it's just really nice. I really love that about it. In terms of pricing for this too, I actually got the Kelly pocket in 2022 and the Constance Slim in like 2023. I think you have seen me unboxing it. If you have not seen the video, I'm going to be placing it up over here. I would say that the Constance Slim is like double the price of the Kelly pocket. I think it's fair given the functionality and the number of ways that you can use the Constance Slim. So that's why it's like double the price. I'm going to be leaving the prices that I purchased it at down below in the description box so you can check that out yourself. I wouldn't say that these are the cheapest things to be buying from Hermès itself, but if you're the kind of person that only uses like one card wallet like for a really long time, then I think it actually does make sense for you to, you know, like pick one of these and like use it to your heart's content, because it's definitely functional and it's so aesthetically pleasing as well. I think you really enjoy using it, and you can also use the attachments to like create different looks with it as well. So I think that that's what I really enjoy about these two as well. Coming to the pros and cons about these two, I will start with the Kelly Pocket first. So I really like the aesthetics of the Kelly Pocket, because given the Kelly buckle and all that, I just really like anything with the Kelly buckle on it. I think it just gives it a really like elegant touch, and it's just really nice if you place it, you know, in your bag as well. I also like that it's very easy to actually have a look at all your cards, and you can like pull the accordion out and like kind of like shuffle through your cards. It's very easy to locate which card you want in this Kelly Pocket, so long as you don't stuff it to its brim. So that's really nice about it. And another thing is that the interior of it is not Swift leather. It's also made out of the same leather as the outside itself, so it's Madame leather, so I think it's not easily scratchable or anything, so that's another plus point for me. As for the cons of the Kelly Pocket, I would say that the back pocket isn't like the most functional there is. You can definitely put some stuff in. I would say that I would put in like, you know, Panadol, because I tend to bring like my Panadol out all the time in case of like headaches, so like pills. I will also put in like some small little hair ties as such, or like even your SD card can go inside here, but that's about it that I will put inside, because usually for coins I have my Bastia, so I don't really put coins inside this. But it's definitely a good compartment if you want to keep like smaller items, especially if you're traveling. So that's one con I would say, but that's how I rectify the con as well. Another con I would say that is because of this excess leather bit over here. Some people might find it a little bit annoying because you're not making full use of it, and it's like such a bulky card holder as well, with like all the excess like leather bit over here. But I personally like it because I feel like it just gives it a little bit more of an aesthetic feel, so that's why I'm okay with it. I feel like the main thing that actually bothers me is this buckle as well. So with all the Kelly buckles, you will know that it actually sticks out as such. So if you want to put it into really like small tight bags, you will be slightly afraid that this is going to bump into the bag as well, or you just don't want to place this beside something that is rather delicate, because it's definitely going to create an imprint on it. And I guess other than this imprinting on something else, another con that you could have is something knocking into this and like having a lot of scratches on this as well, because it's just protruding out like that. So I feel like that's the main con that I would have for this Kelly Pocket, because it does bug me to a certain extent, but it is what it is, you know. So I think that's all for the cons that I have for my Kelly Pocket, but I really still adore it very much. As for the Constance Slim, I would say that in terms of like pros, I love the fact that it's very versatile. There's a lot of things that you can do with this, especially with the attachment. It's very easy, as you can see what I did. You can crisscross it and make it into like a smaller shoulder bag, as well as the back pocket that creates like a belt loop kind of look as well. Oh, I forgot to mention that I guess you can actually create like a belt loop with this as well, but like I said, if you use the Kelly belt, then it's definitely going to fall at some point, so you have to take note of that. I also like the fact that this is a little bit wider, and you can definitely fit things like a lipstick inside, because I tend to bring lipsticks out very often, but it's not a big deal for me, because if I bring this out in like my normal bag, then I tend to have the lipstick beside it in the bag as well. However, if I want to use this as a mini bag, then it's definitely very functional for that. I also like the fact that this is in Epsom leather, because it's rather scratch resistant, so you don't really have to baby it too much as well. So that's that. In terms of the cons for the Constance Slim, I would say that one main con that I have is actually this huge edge buckle. It's quite in your face, which is why I haven't really taken to a Constance bag, because like I just think that the edge is very in your face. But if it's an SLG that you put into your bag, then I think it's okay because it's still rather small, so I feel like it's still doesn't really bother me that much. But because it's like a huge piece of hardware, it's very prone to like fingerprinting as well as like scratches now that I've taken the stickers off of it. So yes, that's something to bear in mind. Another con I would say is the interior, definitely, because this is made out of swift leather, so it's something that you want to be very careful of as well. As you can see, I already do have like some little small spots over here. Still not a scratch by any means, but it's definitely like this spot that I cannot remove. So yeah, however, I would assume that if you get a scratch on this swift leather, it's going to be rather significant. Although some people do say that if you get scratches on like swift leather, you just need to use like a microfiber cloth to kind of like buff it out. So that's another thing that you want to take note of. I guess in counter to that con, I do somewhat like that this is in like swift leather because it's very smooth and luxurious to touch. I just really like touching it. I try not to touch it so much because like I'm worried I'm going to scratch it, but it's definitely a very luxurious feeling, so that is something that I guess I'm okay with. So yes. Another con about the Constance Slim is the sizing of it. It's very huge for like a small compact card case. So if you are out in the market to look for like a small card case, then actually it's not just the Constance Slim. I also won't really recommend the Kelly Pocket because they are generally like on the larger scale for like card cases. I'll show you what I mean. I do have the Bien card case with me as well over here. So in terms of like size comparison, you can see that the Bien card case is about half the size of the Kelly Pocket itself. It's definitely a significant like size difference. And then if you compare it against the Constance, it's definitely a size difference as well. And this fits the exact same number of cards that I've just shown you that fit into the Constance Slim as well as the Kelly Pocket. So if you want something more compact, then I would say that these two are definitely not the ones for you. You'd rather go for something smaller that can fit into like your mini bags. I guess that goes to say that these two will likely not fit into your mini bags as well. So I guess if you have something like a micro bag or like a Lady Dior mini, then maybe this will not be the best option for you. You want something smaller so that you can make use of more space in the bag as well. So I've come to the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll love it if you subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in my next video.